So how did you occupy yourself during the lockdown? Shall we do frocks?
Well, you can, but I just need to say, I was just speaking to Tony there in the break, and he asked if we had any new stuff, and a lot of musicians have been writing and been creative people creating in lockdown. But I just didn't have it in us, and I'm thankful that Matt hasn't had it in him very much sometimes either, to be given us hell. Because I realised I made an important discovery, and I discovered people go, "Oh, you are a musician. Your voice is your instrument." Whatever. No, I realised I'm not a musician. I'm not. I'm a performing artist, because without the audience, I just was so sad. I didn't listen to music. I've learned so much philosophy and psychology this last few months. I could do a degree, honestly. I've been listening to psychology lectures and philosophy lectures. Nietzsche, yeah. The guy that everyone thinks they dislike, but they're wrong. I'm like, whoa, listen to this. Yeah. I've had my mind blown with psychology and philosophy, and I've been educating my brain a little bit, I suppose. I haven't been able to listen to music at all. Been so sad. And I just said to Tony that it's kind of like people who just couldn't understand. But when I gave up smoking 15 years ago or so, I stopped drinking coffee at the time, and I associated having a coffee with having a tab, so I stopped drinking coffee. And I can only kind of relate it to that, to say I stopped listening to music so I wasn't so bloody sad. I went insane. What do you do?
Do you think a bit of that's because when you listen to music, you're engaging with it so completely, you're feeding off it, and it's giving you ideas and things that, and you knew you couldn't do anything with what you were listening to, sort of thing, or was it just reminded you of what you were missing?
To be honest, in normal life, I don't listen to that much anyway, because I spend so much time making it and going to see bands. When I'm not playing, I go and see them, or if I'm not playing and I'm going to see a band, I go to a Wendy May show and go and dancing all night, go to a Northern Soul gig or a ska gig. I love ska, and I just dance. And so when I'm not doing any of those things, I'm in silence. I just like silence. So I probably had a bit too much silence and got into a thing. But music,
I think we all had a bit too much silence for 2 or 3 months.
Music isn't music without having someone to share it with. For me, it's a shared thing. Aye, there's no point in it without that. Although when I did, actually, I'm lying now, I ended up listening to music for plants. Have you ever listened to those playlists? It's insane. Like mental jazz piano 1 minute, and then some synths going all over the place, doing some sort of like Super Mario tune slowed down after that.
How did we get onto this?
Well, that's what I was listening to when I did listen to music. That's what I listened to, because I didn't music for plants. So now when I do my Spotify random playlist, it's mental. It's like a little bit of philosophy and some music for plants, and then
so you get
Creedence Clearwater telling
Big Mama Thornton, followed by like
Super Mario Brothers,
followed by I don't know, sweet on piano for Cactus or
Pac-Man.
something.
Yeah. It's great.
Okay.
It's like I've been on acid and choosing what to go next. Yeah. Not that I've done that before.
Random playlist. Okay. So let's look. Right.
Okay,
let's put ourselves in a position. There's no. Well, just before we frock, just put ourselves in a position. There's no. Like next spring, maybe if this thing abates a bit and we're back with some kind of music scene, we're back able to play and whatever. What are your plans? What were you wanting to do next with your music on?
Well, I've been a bit stuck because half my band, some of my band live in London, so I've got some Hastings contingency. We've done a couple of things, but it's really difficult at the minute to plan to go into a room and bash some new stuff out. But me and Matt can do that, and everybody kind of have to learn it around us. But I'm not quite sure what's going to happen immediately. But while lockdown did happen, Matt and I did those Thursday night specials with the NHS thing, and done some nice stuff on our own, nice and melodic. And I was going to record them and call it One for the Mams. because my mum would love it. Like a couple of nice melodic.
A couple of loungy type things, right? A bit more chilled out. And,
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye, but when we work together like this, it's nice. We've just been speaking in the break, you know. I don't have to shout over the top of a band. And you get to sing differently. So, but I can't. You can't make plans, like you said.
No,
I don't know. And I've only just started feeling like about music again.
I guess really, I was asking. You know, did you have plans to go to the States or anything like that before the lockdown?
No, we had different plans with the band to do. Like we were supposed to play in Sweden and play. Where else were we supposed to go? Portugal, and a few festivals and different things, but. No, I'll always be going back to America, Austria. That's it. I will always be going back there, but I haven't got any serious plans, and I haven't written anything But the last couple of weeks since, thank you, John, I got some fire back in my belly. I've got like 3 songs that I need to take to Matt. Like one of them teaches a new dance how to do the Sister Suzie one. Like it's quite cool. Like forget the twist.
A new dance.
Yeah. I end up doing the same dance all the time. I thought I might as well tell people how to do it.
Okay.
Anyway, that's a surprise.
We could do it. You could do that. You release that on video, couldn't you? An instructional video.
Did you see the video we did do? The one thing that the band did do together was way back in May or April, was it? We're doing a video for Puddington. It's actually. That's a word that you don't know about either. It was in a book I read. What's her name now? I can't remember. But it's a nursery rhyme from old South America. It says, "My name is Puddington. Ask me again, and I'll tell you the same." And it's the lyrics of this track. So it's an old thing. I can't remember where it comes from, but it's old. And we made I didn't make a really good video. Matt made a really good video. I was like, I really want go-go dancers. So I put a fringe dress on and done some twists. I was imagining myself at one at each side and changed my wig and changed my glasses. And he just put lines of us everywhere. It was great. I love it. It's the best video from lockdown, and I don't care what anybody says. It's the best one on the internet.
I can pretty much guarantee Nicole would have seen it. I'm a miserable 59-year-old bloke, so I probably didn't.
He doesn't do the internet.
That's not quite true, actually. Given that I'm doing this live on the internet, I think it's a bit harsh, but it's So we know what you did do in lockdown, though. We did Fuck Up Friday, didn't we?
Yeah.
So why don't we talk a bit about that, or why don't I shut up and you talk a bit about that? Tell us how it started. Tell us, 'cause it's a fun.
Fuck Up Friday. So a week before lockdown happened, I moved out of a house I'd been living in for 2 years with friends of mine and went to get a flat on my own. Great idea. Then lockdown happened, and Bev, the lady I was living with, was like, "What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? If she'd be helping us get ready for a gig." And actually, she helped us get ready tonight, and I didn't even see her. My legs had shrunk on my trousers, and she's ironed them, pulled them, and ironed, steamed them longer again. Anyway, so she helped us without even being there tonight. But she'd help us get ready for my gigs, and we'd do little fashion shows, or we'd go out dancing if I wasn't gigging and whatever. And so we made this little group and invited everyone to dress up and pretend that we were going for a night out. And we thought there would be like 40 or 50 people or something that night. And I don't know how many there was that night, but like a few weeks later, there was 10,000 frockers. And now, it's kind of leveled out now. We're sitting around 13,500 people. It's just bizarre. I couldn't actually handle it for the first few weeks because it was like we were going on BBC News and the radio and I just couldn't handle it. I was in that silent space. I was like, I can't. A little mental attacks. But then I clung to it for dear life, and the stories that has happened. People think that it's like a vanity thing, that getting dressed up on a Friday night, it was really vain, and wandering around your house like doing your cooking. I'm doing my dishes in a ball gown.
I think the circumstances were so bizarre that it's really comprehensive. And we didn't do York Pride, but Nick and I, for the first 6 weeks of lockdown, were doing kind of treating Friday as a date night, and because we weren't going out anywhere else, we weren't even coming here to work in our own pub. We were just dressing a bit more smartly than slopping around the house in shorts and things all day. Just dressing a bit more smartly and sitting and having dinner together. It was just, and it's kind of a microcosm of the same thing as you were doing.
Oh, yeah?
You were just making it public.
One of those evenings, Natalie and I, we started this because we dressed up for Frock Up Friday, and we made Nick dress up too, and he didn't realise.
That's great. We do date night. We had people who were doing date night every Friday, and a couple got engaged. We had people who had missed their weddings and took photographs of themselves in their wedding dresses. I had a few ladies actually, who had lost their husbands just before, and they'd been lounging around in their jogging bottoms for months, and this is the first time that they'd felt like themselves again because they put the lipstick on. And we had a lady who went and rang the bell for a final cancer treatment in a big blue sequin gown, and she was on her own. She couldn't take her family in to ring the bell because she couldn't take them into the hospital, but she felt like she got 1,000 hugs that day, and I could cry my eyes out when I've been proofreading it today.
What Susie's been proofreading is, as a result of the Frock Up Friday every week, they've got this massive database of images that people have sent in of what they've been wearing on a Friday night, and they've turned it into a book, which I think is coming out November. You were hoping later in the year.
Thanks, Jenny. Isha's always there with a sweat rag. Yeah, and we're making a book because the stories were too massive. There's so much more than it's so much more than a picture book. It's a book of people's memories of lockdown in 2020. It's crazy, the things that have happened. But I mean, it's not.
You said earlier your Facebook's a diary. I mean, it's a diary of lockdown, really, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Just using the Friday as a pinning point for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some joyful things in there as well. I'm making it sound really sad, but people lean on each other. I've had some people change sex in there, and they go out wearing a wig for the first time, and they were like, "Go on, Jane." So they're just really bigging each other up. And we had someone go for her first scan in March, and she's had the baby, and we've been through the lives with people. It's just beautiful. I never expected it at all. So I lost music, but I'm going to come out of this thing an author, thanks to those frockers and to Matt.
So when's your book coming out?
But he's finished.
When he finishes it.
Over 1,000 photographs.
Yeah.
In 230 pages. And that's a long work.
And I've written next to them, this one needs to be big, this one needs to be thumbnail, this one needs to go in spring bunnies, this one needs to go in. We were creative. We didn't realise when we passed him the 1,000 pictures how difficult it was going to be at place. We just, I don't know how you've done it.
It looked nice. I saw a few spreads and things. I do understand how difficult it is. Although my background before I did pubs and things is book trade, so I think kind of
It would be a beautiful social document for people to read.
Definitely.
Years time, they'll get an idea of what it was like.
Will you be including the comments from the other?
Oh yes, I've had to put a little few asterisks here and there. someone had. Yeah, I'm not going to say what people have been saying today, but yeah, I've kept it as close to as possible. If it's been a really bad, like these predictive texts, because people were doing it on their phones, probably adding a photo and adding a comment. If it's a really bad, that's the wrong spelling. I've changed it, but in general, I've kept it exactly the same. Yeah, apart from the emojis, it's been really difficult. I couldn't put the emojis in, but I would really like them.
Predictive text is the work of Satan.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is.
Really is.
It is. Yeah, but we've kept it really the same. It's fantastic. And I just can't wait for it to come out. I can't wait for it to... I was so excited to make an event, but damn, this new rule coming out on Monday. I know we've all got to stay safe and stuff, but I'm really excited. If we don't do an event when it first comes out, we can do a little bit of a launch, but I need to have a proper Meet the Frockers event. Because I've bought this bloody big dress that I have to wear, and I'll never be able to wear it unless someone asks us to be a bridesmaid, and I've only known people for 5 years, and they're all divorced, and they're not going to get married again, so that's not going to
So let me get this straight. You're going to organise a major event in Hastings for thousands of people who've been booked to come and visit, so you can wear a dress.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted
a big one.
I just wanted to make that clear, Suzie, that's all.
Yeah, we can... Aye. Well, I had one turn up at the Horse and Groom after that, so it's not really very, it's quite random. Someone recognised us behind the bar. It's like, oh my God. So I had to go outside for a picture. We'll see Hodge if you're on there.
So the book will be out at some point.
Yeah,
if you're watching online in a few weeks, once it's been finalised. And there will be an event at some point as soon as we can.
Yeah, we're going to make it.
Can be safely done.
Thank you to the Stag. They're one of our sponsors. I'm really grateful. Actually, I went round with my with a frock on, working, and put my frock on and set out to different cafes and shops generally first of all, and asked them all to buy. Well, not buy, but give us money for 10 books, because we needed to sell something like 700 to get enough money to go to print. And we've sold nearly 400, I think, pre-orders. And we've got pre-orders for Israel, Australia, America, Germany, all around the world. There's a lot in Hastings, and loads of shops we've raised like $3,500 or something from the back page, selling little 2-inch squares. But also, the sponsors are going to be involved in a little leaflet. I'm going to make like a Camino of Hastings and St. Leonard's, where they can go shop and get money off places and get a stamp and maybe bump into one of the famous Frockers on the way, have a little bit of music here and there. And then a last event. It's going to be a good one.
It'll be fun. So I think
I'll look amazing.
Spring. I think in spring. Suzie will look amazing, apparently. Who knows? I might even wear a frock myself.
They get a big headpiece.
Oh, I've got just the outfit. Trust me.
I got some crushed purple velvet.
I've got a nice
Okay. Watch this space, people.
headdress with orange feathers.
It is. Weighs about 6 kilos. That thing.
Nice.
It's huge.
Mardi Gras Indian.
Right, I'm going to move on from this because this could get awkward.
That's good.
I'm going to need it.
Yeah.
I think it's been behind the bar on occasion, John, a couple of times.
Why it doesn't get worn for Mardi Gras.
Listen, we all hope hugely that we can get back to doing live music soon and get you to come back and do some music. We all hope hugely that your book works and that we can have a nice event and we'll get involved in that as well. It's been fantastic talking to you. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you. Sorry, I should mention before we leave the Frock Up Friday thing that the profits are going to Mind charity, because we had a little vote in the group as to which charity we should go for, and that's the one that will help everybody across the borders.
Excellent.
Thanks. I'd love to come back.
So thanks again for coming tonight. It's been great. It's been really nice to do something musical, even if it's not the full on thing. It's been a real pleasure for us to chat to you. I'm going to get Matt. I'm going to bugger off. I'm going to get Matt up again. You're going to do us another couple of songs to finish off, and then we'll all have a drink and have a nice socially distanced evening.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if the question from that event.
Actually, no. You're right. No, we had a couple of questions come in from people online, which
I was worried about these questions.
We've got a question from a friend of mine who's watching online. Says, "Why are you looking so serious?" Because that's my face, Dave. We've got a question from a chap who's watching from the USA, apparently. He says, "I know who inspires you, but in regard to your always joyful disposition, who inspires that?"
I know, that's Raven Dogley.
It is.
Hi.
He's been watching
He
all
know,
the way through this.
he knows that I'm a massive Emma Thomas fan. She's my go-to. But I'm not like this all the time. I just don't come out the house when I'm not like it. Or when I do, it's great because if I don't have my hair in a scarf or in a big quiff with a flower in it, nobody knows who I am. Like when I go to work covered in lycra and on my bike going scrubbing, nobody knows who I am. It's great. I could totally go incognito. But in general, I'm really happy. And if I don't, like I said earlier, if I don't like a job or a person or I'm unhappy in life in one way or another, you can't usually change the thing that's making you unhappy, but you can change how you deal with it, so or how you react to it. So I'm quite good at that, usually. Generally just dead happy. That's it, really. And chocolate. 85% nope, everyone. And yeah, Guinness sometimes. That's it.
So if
Cheers.
there's a smile on your face, it's not there to fool the public.
No,
It's real.
it's real.
See, I'm really happy, but it's just that people write in and say, "Why are you looking so miserable?" It's just my face. I can't do anything about it. Matt.
Well, if you take your beard away, will there be this massive grin like Wallace and Gromit?
No.
My theory, I always thought it was because he was from the north. He looked so dour, but you've ruined my theory.
You're only the second person she's met from the north. So.
She's from the north.
You can take the girl out of Southend, you know. So. Anyway, guys.
Thank you.
Been Sister Suzie. I'm going to leave you with Matt and Suzie to finish the evening. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
It works. I might stand up actually because I need to put my foot on this thing. So,
What are we doing now?
what do you want to do?
Right, okay.
We could do Working Girl.
Let's do Working Girl. This is that song that I was telling you about that Matt thought I was hussying my way through uni, but I was cleaning. I'm still cleaner, by the way, if you need one, anybody. I'm really expensive. And I'm often late because I cycle there.
Susie, one last question, please.
What's that?
How do people buy your vinyl or your CD?
On my website, or you can give us a ring. I'll be there on my bike.
Excellent. Or from the Stag Inn,
Sisters.
you can take orders too.
Okay, sistersuzie.co.uk with a Z-I-E. Nobody ever gets the spelling right. This is Working Girl. I'm a working girl. making, trying to get my train fare home. I'm a working girl, though just trying to get by. I'm a working girl, just trying to get by. This little money that I'm making stop my little sister crying. Working so hard, got blisters on my hands. Working so hard, just as hard as I got down here. I'm gonna get that ticket. I'm gonna get that ticket home. Yeah, I'm gonna see my sister. If it takes work until I break my bones. I wake up every morning, strength is hard to find. School and how I catch that train, I'm laying heavy on my mind. I'm gonna get that ticket. I'm gonna get that ticket home. Yeah, I'm gonna see my sister. If it takes work until I break my bones. Okay, go on. Ooh. Brian would have something to say. It's so not rock and roll anyway to have a loop but you know, needs must.
The batteries, the new ones, and they've gone already. Someone help me for a minute. I'm going to put the old ones back in. Yeah, can someone just help me? Just do this. Those are new ones, but they've gone already. Sorry about this. Yeah, proper. Mistakes and all.
When you're doing that, I'll do this.
Yeah, you talk to them well. Yeah, they're there.
So this, I've only done this once before, and I've done it at Martin Luther King Day. This is a song by Little Willie John from 1930. It's gospel blues. It's called Soul of a Man. Won't somebody tell me? Answer if you can. Won't somebody tell me what is the soul of a man? Going to ask a question. Answer if you can. If anybody here can tell me what is the soul of a man? Oh. somebody tell me? Answer if you can. Won't somebody tell me what is the soul of a man? I saw a crowd round talking. I just stepped up in time. The teacher, the lawyer, and the doctor said a man ain't nothing but his mind. Oh, won't somebody tell me? Answer if you can. Won't somebody tell me what is the soul of a man? I read the Bible often. I tried to read it right. As far as I can understand, a man is more than his mind. Oh, won't somebody tell me? Answer if you can. Won't somebody tell me what is the soul of a man? What is the soul of a man? What is the soul of a man? Thank you. No, let's just do them bottom two. Or can you do that without...
Yeah, I can.
Or are you scared in case it goes off? Alright. Can I have a Guinness now? When I've got two left, it's alright. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so I look. Emma Thomas is like my. I just love her. I've seen her a couple of times in New Orleans, and she just sings the same now as what she did. And she was 16 or 17 in 1957 when she sang that song that I sing all the time. Ian, you can have my husband, but please don't mess with my man. Yeah. I think that someone might have asked us to do that today, actually, but. This is my kind of soulful ballad that I could imagine my singing, or I would have copied it. That's a terrible thing to say. That's an awful thing to say. Sorry, my lady, but I really love it because it's soulful. I love that Matt wrapped those chords around it when I said, "Play that." There may be eyes come to meet my eyes, oh, when I'm up there singing on a busy dance floor. But the only eyes that I'm looking for are yours. There may be arms wrapped around me every day, people passing by, oh, hug me with something to say, but the that I want around me today are yours. Surrounded by people, but I feel so alone, and now I'm sitting here waiting by your side. Telephone, and I don't even know you, haven't met you yet, but somehow I know I'm gonna love love you a bit. Surrounded by people, but I feel so alone. And now I'm sitting here waiting by your side of telephone, and I don't even know you yet, haven't met you yet, but somehow I know I'm gonna love you a bit. Then maybe lips, they're hitting on my lips, hellos and goodbyes, they're all sealed with a kiss, but they're only lips, yeah, that this lady's missing are yours, yeah, the only lips, yeah, this lady's missing are yours. They are yours. Yeah, it works all right.
Music back is just fabulous. Thank you. Bloody Thank you, Stacey.
Okay, Matt loves this one. It's another Memphis Mini song. Another innuendo number. Not so much innuendo, it's pretty much in your face. Sorry, you had to wait a minute. Cheers. Call the doctor, call him quick. I done got something bound to make me sick. I've been kissing in the dark. I've been kissing in the dark. I've been kissing in the dark. Honey, that's my birthmark. Well, I had a good friend from Alabama. She done got her business all in a jam. Kissing in the dark. She was kissing in the dark. She was kissing in the dark. Honey, that's her birthmark. She had a date with a scrap. She met a happy cat. Now nobody knows where she ended up at. She was kissing in the dark. She was kissing in the dark. She was kissing in the dark. Honey, that's her birthmark. Well, I told her. if you think about my man, get him out of your mind. Kissing in the dark. Ooh, kissing in the dark. Oh, kissing in the dark. Honey, that's my birthmark. Yeah, you better get hip. Try to get wise. Get on down to that crazy job. Kiss me in the dark. Come kiss me in the dark. Come kiss me in the dark. Honey, be my birthmark. So rock and roll.
Here we go.
Seriously, okay, so the boyfriend's watching. I think this might have been the song that I told you to play the iCats to. Yeah. But are we playing it the usual way or the unusual way? Let's do it let's do it a little bit more like the...
Like what?
When we've got a full band, this song is mental.
It's like this.
Yeah.
We're going to do it slightly different.
But basically, if the men were watching, they would know which one they were. Right? This is like some X's in a row. They didn't even get a song each. They were all wrapped into the one. They didn't do very well if they didn't even get a song. What's love without passion? I don't wanna be your best friend. What's a love without passion? I don't wanna be your best friend. But I married him once, I'm not doing it all again. Without a job, there's no money, I'm not paying for your finance. Without a job, there's no money, I'm not paying for your finance. But I've done it before and it wasn't such a real good guess. Without desire, there ain't no fire. Without desire, I'm gonna retire. Well, I've done it before, I'm not doing it all again. Without desire, there ain't no fire. Without desire, I'm gonna retire. Well, I've done it before, I'm not doing it all again. With no car, that's alright. You got two legs to get you outside. With no car, that's alright. You got two legs to get you outside. You can take me to the dance or you can kiss my ass goodbye. Without desire, there ain't no fire. Without desire, I'm gonna retire. Well, I've done it before, I'm not doing it all again. Well, I've done it before, I'm not doing it all again. Well, I've done it before, I'm not doing it All right, one more. Yeah. This one's a cover, but not from 1927 or anything like that. But by the way, the kissing in the dark thing, when she said, honey, that's my birthmark, that means that's her little thing that she picked up, like chlamydia, gonorrhea, those sorts of things. Yeah, honey, that's my birthmark. She's talking about sexual transmitted diseases. It's between 1927 and 1941, so I'm not quite sure which year, but it's between those years that song was written. Liberated. Sexually liberated. Okay, let's get serious. John Preen. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. Dreams with thunder, if lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Like me, an angel that flies from Montgomery, make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living. It's just a highway to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He wasn't much to look at, but a free rambling man. But that was a long time. No matter how I tried, the years just rolled by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living. It's just a highway to go. There's flies in the kitchen, yeah, I can hear them buzzing, but I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Thank you. Cheers. That's it. Thanks for watching.